Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to my channel. I have an interesting point to discuss today. I mean, it's futile as most fashion points are, but it's interesting to me because it's been a year, well, it's been almost 2 years that Jeremy Scott was appointed or announced as a creative director of Moschino. And we're getting to the first year post first collection, which was the female or the women fall winter 14 collection, inspired by fast food, fast fashion, reminiscent of early 90s Versace and Chanel. And the biggest thing, the McDonald's theme. So I'm going to talk to you about the little Happy Meal bag, which now is almost 1 year old. So yes, I have done the review on this bag, and yes, you can check it out in the card section up above. And yes, I have done favorites of the month a couple of times. I think back in 2014. And so yes, this bag has been in several videos, but let's see what happens after 1 year. What's up with the wear and tear? Now, granted, I don't use this bag, A, when it rains, B, when it's too cold outside, C, when it snows. So it's used only when the weather is perfect and amazing. It's also not allowed to be too hot, not too sunny. We don't want the sun to fade out the colors of the bag and also from the sweat. You gotta be careful when you're wearing this bag. Plus, it's a square-shaped bag, which means that there's no flat side, which means it's not very practical to wear it because, when you put it around your neck or cross body, it kind of always tends to hit somewhere because it's very thick. So, how has it been holding up after 1 year? Now, mind you, I didn't buy the second-hand hit stores, so mine, when did I purchase this one? Maybe September, October, so of 2014. So let's just say it's almost a year old. I mean, it's surely a year old because it was produced before it hit the stores, so the bag is a year old. Let's see how it is at the bottom. Now, I have worn it quite often, quite a bit. I never put it on the floor. This is calfskin leather. This bag has never touched the floor. All of these things you see here, they are not scratches or marks. This is just the irregularity of the leather itself. Let's see how the corners are keeping up very well. Once I came home, and I didn't even have something very dark on. I don't remember what it was. There was a bit of color transfer. Now, this is always the side I wear on the back. So this is the side that kind of touches me always. So I did have a bit of color transfer on this corner and this corner. I literally wiped it off with just a damp cloth. Just like a cloth that was just damp. Just slightly humid. And as you can see right now, nothing. Nothing or nothing. So it's been holding up better than I expected it to. The stitching of the Moschino text, as well as the over 20 billion served, is not falling off or anything like that. How do we do it? Let's see in the profile. See, there's like no thread popping out there. Let's see how it is with the eyes. You could see slightly the three-dimensional shape of the tongue over there in the eyes, but other than that, it's all fine. No cracks or chips in these very thick, heart-shaped, arched M logos. They're very thick and very sturdy. They're still there, perfectly screwed on to this magnet clasp bit. This is still to date my favorite Moschino bag. I mean, I'm debating between this one and the milkshake or the light drink soda and the French fry bag. I think the three of them together are one bag. You know what I mean? It's like the Power Rangers. You can't have just one. You got to have them all together and they all unite. But it still is my favorite Moschino bag to date. Even though I love a lot the t-shirt bag, the t-shirt Moschino bag, which is more of an art piece really than a bag. And you could check that review out in the card section up above if you haven't already. Let's see how the inside is holding up very well. This is when a brand begins something new and then they invest a bit more. The inside, the satiny lining has the Moschino logo all over it and the hearts. They do not do that anymore. So already from spring summer 15, they cut that out. So, you know, the backpack, the Barbie backpack, which I have, you can check out the review up above, just has pure black satin on the inside. There is no lining with logos on it, nor does the t-shirt bag or the biker bag have that either. You could also check out the biker bag review up in the card section above. But the first collection had this implemented. I also have to say, the first collection leather smells much better. It really smells like rich, rich, rich calfskin leather. The biker bag, as well as the t-shirt bag, do not have this type of smell. The biker bag has a very annoying smell to me. The t-shirt bag has a very good smell, but not as good as this one. The bag was made in Italy. It has its golden stamp right over here. And then on this side, we have the Moschino Milano logo. And then the leather goes up to here. And then from there on, we have the satiny lining, which is stuck to the bottom. Let me see if it's glued. I don't think it is. But nothing happened there since I don't... No, it's not glued. You could take it out. But since I'm very careful to how I fill it, you could see in my other videos from the past what fits in this bag. But, you know, I take very care of the chain because this gold, you know, it's not a Chanel chain. This is kind of a cheaper type of gold, and you can smell, as you warm it up with your skin, you smell the metal, and I don't like that at all. This is a cheap chain. I mean, we have to face it. So that's a fact. So you have to be very, very, very careful that it doesn't oxidate, that you don't leave it in humid places. You have to let it air and breathe from time to time. But mine has not deteriorated more than it already was deteriorated the moment that I bought it, because when you buy it, it already has, I don't even know if you could see it with this light very well, the deterioration of the gold. There's like oxidation happening and it's losing its shine. It just will. With time, this is going to get darker and darker. I'm sure that maybe in a year or two, you know, there won't be much gold left on this chain. I wonder if it's possible to change it or fix it once that happens. This I don't know. I hope it's an option. I hope it's possible. But for now, it's still good. Another reason for worry for me were the parts where the little Happy Meal bag bends together. As you could see, like here, the wrinkle part, like there and there. Of course, on both sides of the bag, here and here as well, because I was afraid that, I don't know, this layer of like shiny leather or color might crack. This is not the case yet. It didn't happen yet. It's still very well, it's holding up very well. I mean, you could see that it's definitely wrinkled there. This is a very delicate area, as is this one. But it's holding up very well. Let's see the other side close up. And obviously when you close it, you see these bits stick out the most. So you're going to end up rubbing against this a lot on both sides. So in fact, it is a tad bit darker than the rest of the leather, but it's almost unnoticeable. It's also due to the pressure, because when it's bent together, it literally, it's like in this area here, the leather is so tightened and it kind of opens up. The same thing with the arm. What happens, you see now that you see the creases, and when you do this, the skin tightens up a lot. So by doing so, you stretch it. In fact, when we open again, we see all the deeper wrinkles here than on this part of the skin, because we don't really stretch this part of the skin so much, but here we do. So the same thing happens in this area here. So that is the most delicate part of the bag, are these extremities as well as these, but I take extreme caution, and hence they've been holding up pretty well. Another risky part is the fact that the open leather here, the black glazing, as I say, good quality bags have the leather turned inwards and then sewn together. This is the case with the inside of the leather. This leather has been turned inside and then sewn together with the outside leather, but the outside leather is just cut open and then has a glazed on top. This glazing is very thick and it's working for now. As long as this kind of plastic glaze is elastic and fresh, there will be no problem. However, I do foresee big problems in the future as this maybe dries out and the glaze starts cracking. Obviously here in this part of the bag where we open and close, we consume this glaze here a lot on all four corners. So that's a thing to think about and to worry about. Also, I have paid extra attention storing the bag that the chain never touches the leather. This oxidation should never come in contact with, the oxidation of this kind of gold should never come in touch with the leather. So what I do is I usually pack it in a little bag up to here. And then I roll like silk tissue paper, just like tissue paper around the chain, like from here to here, so it doesn't touch, and the same goes on this side, and it's worked till now. So if anybody of you also has this Happy Meal bag and have other tips on storing it, or have any experience on what is going on with it after 1 year of its release, let me know. Let me know how it's been holding up to the test of time, how the colors have been holding up, how the stitching has been holding up. There's a lot of questions actually about this bag. It's just a bag, for crying out loud. But still, you know, I really want to know if there's like something that I missed about how to store it and how to make it live a longer and better and happier life. There you have it, guys. I hope you like this review. And I'm looking if I have a question in here. I think I'm questionless today, guys, because you know that I have to, you know, there's a little Murakami pochette that kind of comes along and asks us a question. And it doesn't have one today. Okay, let me just take a piece of paper out and invent a question. What would the question be? What's your favorite, if we're in bag topic, what's your favorite bag ever? And I would have to say the Chanel double flap, timeless classic, still torn between caviar and lambskin. I think I'm kind of more tending towards the caviar because it's calfskin. Difficult. I guess it would be that in the small, obviously, because I love the small. But maybe the vintage version of it? I don't know. Maybe this is the one too. Difficult. I'm gonna have to answer, I don't know. I don't know yet. I'm always on the search for the ultimate bag. Share this video if you liked it, guys. Give me a thumbs up. Leave me comments in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos coming up every day. Love you. Take care. Bye.